You did.
Here, recording.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I thought I was opening.
Do you want to start share a screen? Yeah, there you go.
Hey Rick, is there a way for me to undo? I'm sorry. Okay,
Yes, there is.
okay.
You got it? Okay.
Okay, so me. Sorry. But why isn't it going? Hold
You
on.
let you bid there. Are you looking at are you on your SharkBridge screen or you're
I'm on my shock thing.
not looking at WebEx?
No, WebEx is just our faces, right?
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, yeah, there you go.
I'm not sure what to do, so I'm going to pass, figuring that you still have a bed. Oh.
Hmm. Hmm.
Get here.
Hey, Jackie.
Hi, Rick. Sorry for being late again.
It's all right. We'll get you in here in just a minute.
Should I get on Shark Bridge? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, this is who- Oh. All right. Let's think about it. Um,
That's
Still got 3 over here.
well, why don't you just
I can't get over there.
Yeah.
was a
Still.
mistake in there. Because you had the extra diamond. But what was everybody else in?
Can you claim there, Jackie?
Yeah, I was just going to.
Okay, so our three tables, we had one table and three spades making 3, and 2 tables and 4 spades down 2 each. And so looking at this, let's look at the auction first. And how many points does North start with?
17.
17 high card points and a length point, but maybe a subtract a point for a singleton queen. So maybe those balance out, so 17, yeah. And how many points in support of spades does South have?
11.
11. But it's also really quacky, 11, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
So we might downgrade it to a 10. But even with 10 and 17, we normally ought to get to 4 spades on this. And if we get in, we can draw trump and we'll just lose a heart, and we'll be able to pitch a diamond on a heart, diamond from North on the king of hearts. And so we'll lose a diamond and a club. We'll lose ace of hearts, ace of clubs, and the king of diamonds, and we would make 4. But because they get their ace of hearts and then they get their ace of clubs and they get a club ruff, and they're due the king of diamonds, we're going to be down 1 regardless. And if we let them take the king of diamonds early, they'll get a second ruff and we'll be down 2. So I think that you should be in 4 spades down either 1 or 2 on this. How to evaluate these is a little unclear, but I think that either treating South as a limit raise or just a single raise, either one is okay. But in either case, when North goes and continues with 3 spades on your hand, Elizabeth, you have a maximum raise to begin with. You have the most you could possibly have to bid 2 spades. And when partner goes on to 3 spades, I think you ought to go to 4 spades with that.
okay.
What Tracy did was to do a forcing no trump to start with, and then had a chance to bid 3 spades to show that limit raise. And where South shows a limit raise for spades, a 3-card limit raise, it's easy for North to bid 4 spades there.
So our auction was okay.
Your auction was okay, and I think Jackie's was okay, and I think Elizabeth's was too conservative, although it happened to work out.
We made our bid.
You did, but more often than not, you're going to make an over trick, and everybody's going to be in game making, and you're going to be in 3 spades making 4.
Okay.
So, like I say, it's unlucky that they were able to get the ruff in. It's unlucky that East had the ace of clubs opposite West singleton club. If West had the ace of clubs also, they wouldn't have been able to get over to East to get a ruff. It also puts you in a funny spot when you're in 4 and they take the first 3 tricks and then they lead a low diamond. If West has the king of diamonds, then you need to duck that and your queen's going to win, and then you'll make your contract. But if East has the king of diamonds, you're going to get a second ruff and you'll be down 2 instead of down 1. So in this case, most people are going to be in game. If you go up with the ace of diamonds and accept a down 1 result, you'll get a better score than the people that tried for making their contract and went down too. I'm not saying you should have done that, but it's good of West to make you make a guess early. If the defense can make you make a critical decision before they can draw trumps, for instance, some of the time it'll work out on the defense. So
Especially since West overcalled, you would tend to think they would have had the king.
that is correct. Especially when they did not come up with the ace of clubs.
But I figured you wouldn't want them to get in and get that extra rough.
Well, for you, that is correct, because you were only in 3, and you could afford to give up a diamond later, and you'd still make your contract.
Ah,
But the
okay.
people that were at a 4 contract could not afford to lose the king of diamonds. They'd be down instantly if they lose the king of diamonds. Or they've already lost 3 tricks, so if they don't take that finesse, they will eventually lose the king of diamonds, whoever has it. Whereas if West underled their king of diamonds, it gives you a chance to make the contract. So it's a good play on defense, and it just turns out that because you were only at 3, you were able to do it the safe way and make your contract. And so you played it right for being in 3, and I think probably the other 2 played it right for being in 4 and happened to go down 2 tricks as a result.
Mhm.
It's doable.
Hmm.
So Elizabeth, you're
No,
well, okay. What does your 3 spades show?
that I've got 4 spades and
And how
point
many points? How many points?
10. More.
10 to 12. Yes, that's right.
Mm.
So that was okay then?
A
No?
little bit stronger than that, but it's still okay. It's enough for Brian should at least bid 4 spades here because you've got extras there.
Yeah. And then it's not enough to.
Not enough for slam because her bid limits you. So Elizabeth, you're
Yeah, I'm passing it. Oh.
Mm.
Your 2 hearts is okay because you have enough points.
Yeah.
Gives you 13 points. I think you can actually even do Jacoby to know.
Yep, that would be the bid.
Oh, yeah, it's true. That's too good.
I was going to ask you, Jackie, why you didn't go there? Because if
I don't know.
You
My
say-
you're
brain
willing
doesn't
to do a
work.
2/1 game force, then that's saying that you view your hand as game forcing, and with 4 trumps, you would normally do Jacoby 2 no trump.
Right, absolutely.
And so how many points does dummy have in support of spades?
13.
Yeah, you've got 11 high card points and 2 single or doubletons.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was saying, Elizabeth, you want to figure
Yeah.
you have a 13-point hand, and you should not invite partner to game. You should insist on game. And if you're not playing Jacoby 2 no trump, you just bid 2 hearts there, which
Yep.
is a 2/1 game force. And then you'd bid 4 spades on your next time around to show that you have a game forcing hand with spade support.
So if South bids 2 hearts, does North bid? I bid 3 no trump. Was that too high?
No, 3 no trump I think is the right bid, showing sort of the in between, like a
I
that
figure she's showing. I mean, I've got 18, so
right. That it's not necessary for you to show her your extra points because you're on a game forcing auction,
oh, that's true.
and so I think that I forget the exact ranges, but I think 2 no trump is your right bid. And 2 no trump by rebid by opener in a 2/1 auction either shows the 12 to 14 or the 18 to 20 kind of range.
Okay.
It's min or max. And I think that the 3 no trump jump shows like an opening 1 no trump point range, but with a shape that you couldn't have opened it. Like if you'd had a singleton heart, for instance.
Okay.
What I might have considered there is after 2 hearts bidding 3 hearts, because the 2 heart bid promises 5 hearts, so you know you have a heart fit at that point. So bidding 3 hearts establishes hearts as trumps, and because you're going slow, it shows extra values. A jump to 4 hearts would be I've got 3 hearts and I have a basic opening hand.
Gotcha.
I still would have taken this. Two of them off.
Right.
Hmm.
Did I do something? I can't. Gee.
I feel like I should be saying something and you should be going to game, but.
Yeah, so we have 3 different auctions here.
Hmm.
I think Jackie's nailed it.
Okay, what'd she put?
I don't have a clue.
Oh, she did a Q bid on her, and so you have done after 2 diamonds. You would have said 3 diamonds. Remember bidding the opponent's suit.
That has
I mean,
support
just
and
for
is
me.
there in a certain amount, my point range, that would
Right.
be my correct point range, okay.
Yeah, that's
How do I
eliminated.
get out of this, Rick?
Hmm.
Um, Yeah, good question. Your partner's new suit there is, I think.
I know, I gave him the wrong bid. So now I don't want any of that.
Well, I'd probably support him because that's you have better support for hearts than spades, right?
Right?
And you can't bid no trump.
No, so I should pass.
No,
No? You sure?
your partner could have a lot of points.
Okay.
And how many points do you have in support of hearts? You have 10 high card points, right?
Yeah.
And a singleton is worth 3.
Oh, that's right.
13.
Yeah.
You got 13 points, and your partner opened and gave a new suit at the 3 level, so partner should have something there.
Thank God you're playing, Brian.
We gotta get you playing.
No.
Yeah, I'm going to do a
No, I have enough trouble bidding this.
switcheroo here.
Okay, yeah,
Right.
yeah, I can. I'll be able to do it. This. I'll take my ace. Top.
So Jackie, on yours where you won the first diamond with the ace, but you had a diamond loser waiting for you, right? And you crossed to the queen of spades. You want to take the ace of clubs there and pitch your diamond loser before you try your heart finesse. I think you're muted. Yeah, Jackie, you're muted.
Sorry, my dog was barking, so I'm, then I forgot.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, I do see what you're saying, and I agree. And what I do agree, but I was also wondering why North bid 4 no trump and went to slam when.
Well, what if you have the ace of hearts instead of the ace of clubs?
Yeah,
How many tricks are you going to take?
probably all of them.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's why. So they don't know which ace you have, but you raise
Right.
them in hearts. So it's more likely that you have the ace of hearts than the ace of clubs, but not necessarily.
Yeah,
Turns out it was the ace of clubs and didn't work out.
right.
So,
14.
Brian, where you have 6 hearts and 5 spades, you want to open a heart with that, not a spade.
Oh, if it's 5-5 though, you open the spades?
Yeah, but where it's 6-5, you'll normally open your longer one.
Okay.
Because when you do a spade and then 3 hearts, it sounds like you have 5 spades and 4 hearts maybe, or 5 spades and 5 hearts. But where it's 6 hearts and 5 spades, you want to start with the heart, especially with a strong hand where you can bid your spades afterwards and it's a reverse, but that's okay because you got a really strong hand.
Okay.
And Tracy, when partner opens a heart and they interfere with 2 diamonds, you want to do a 3 diamond bid here to show a good heart raise.
Gotcha.
Jumping to 4 hearts shows that you have, normally you'd have a 5 card support for hearts and we can't. That would be like a law of total tricks type of a bid.
Gotcha.
And Jackie did the Cupid 3 diamonds, and then that encouraged North to try key card and got into a slam that doesn't make on this layout. But I think that's the normal option. Let's see here. Oh, hang on. Let's not do this hand. Let me swap and then do
No.
okay, here we'll do this one.
Excuse me.
So I can't do that.
Well, anything you do is a little bit of a lie there.
Okay.
So that's the 1/2 thing?
That's 2 over 1 thing.
2/1
It's
thing.
a 2 club over 1 spade. That's a 2 level bid over 1 level. So that's game forcing, so you can't pass it.
Right, so I'm gonna give him that.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's good. I could done.
Weird. Oh, I bet the right. Oh, shoot, I goofed.
Different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have said 2 spades.
Can I what do you call it?
Yeah, let's undo some of those.
I would have said 3 spades.
So
Yeah.
we're still 2 over 1.
What were you thinking your 3 hearts was there, Jackie?
Showing my singleton.
Why is it showing a singleton?
Pardon me?
Why does it show a singleton? It's
Well-
not it's not a Jacoby 2 no trump.
Oh,
Oh,
so-
oh, you're right. You're right. That's the Jacoby. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
Confuse those.
Yeah.
Okay, so
How many?
is that right?
Yeah.
Roman key
Okay.
cards.
Yeah, I got those 2 things mixed up.
King is one of them. King
Okay.
is
All right, here goes. Is that right?
you have 2 with the queen and you go spades. If you have 2 without the queen, you go hearts.
That is right, Elizabeth. Yeah.
What'd she say?
2. So we're missing 1.
So we have 2 without the
We don't have the king.
queen. Ace.
So we're not going to 7. So
Right.
should I go to 6? Should I stop at 5 spades?
Well, so how many key cards are you missing?
1.
And what's our normal formula to decide whether we should go if we're missing 1 key card or not?
I don't know.
What's the tiebreaker?
Coin flip?
It's the Queen of Trumps.
Oh.
Oh,
If you're missing 1 key card but you have the Queen of Trump, you'll normally go to slam. If you're missing 1 key card and you're missing the Queen of Trump, you normally
Gotcha.
Where I'm
Fine.
playing.
now you get to play one, Elizabeth.
I don't want to play this one.
Well, she should have bid 7 no Trump, and then you could have played it.
I'm glad you reminded me of that. I got that.
Oh, I actually wanted to be on that side.
Oh dear. Let's see.
So to me, this is a
Mhm.
pretty straightforward thing. So Elizabeth, what are your thoughts about the hand that you see?
Oh, for goodness.
Do you think you're in trouble, or do you think this is a guaranteed making slam?
Mine.
Depends where the king is.
Better look
Well, you
at
can lose the king, right?
maybe know a jack. Get the jack out.
Or you can afford to lose one trick, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
So if you lose the king of spades, are you going to lose any hearts?
no,
Just,
Are you going to lose any clubs?
you still need the
No.
9 of spades. And
hopefully not. No.
Well, why, you shouldn't lose any clubs because you can throw the 9 of clubs on the ace of hearts, right?
Yep.
Eventually.
Clown needs a heart. Yes,
Are
yes.
you going to lose any diamonds?
No,
Because you can throw a diamond, the 4th diamond, on the king of hearts.
right.
Right, you have no losers except possibly king of spades and 10 of spades.
Yep,
So this should be high probability that you'll make this contract.
good.
Question is, can you make it with an over trick?
Mhm.
It depends how the spades are, right?
Right, but you want to do your play to make the over trick if you can.
Do that?
You can, but that's not the greatest option.
you can take your ace and then go over.
I'm
Undo.
gonna undo you here
Five.
and try a low spade instead.
You can do 2.
I low spade. What happened?
Yeah, so you can lead your 2 of hearts.
It went back to the first
Okay,
trick.
yeah. So try a low spade.
The gimme.
And
And then the jack.
Mhm. Ah,
right, so your finesse worked. So where do you think the king of spades is?
over here, west.
Yep. So what do you want to play now?
Mm, mhm.
Where am I? I'm in my hand though.
Yep. So here's the thing: is that you can't finesse again because you're missing. No, you don't really want to do this.
Okay.
Because if you finesse again and lead the queen, and then they play the king and you play the ace, then their 10 is good.
Mm.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't help you to finesse when you're missing the middle honors like that. You don't want 2 of your honors to be played on the same trick.
Play low.
So just cash your ace of spades now.
But I'm missing 3, right?
Yeah, but you know where the king is, right?
West, I think.
Yeah, because the finesse won. So
Yeah.
you can't, if the king is protected, they're gonna win it. But see, it was a doubleton.
Ah.
Ah,
And
okay.
since you knew where it was, if it's a doubleton, started as a doubleton, you have to cash the ace now to drop it. Now, how many spades are left?
1. The
Is the
10?
queen the 10. So what do you want to do?
I want to get it
Yeah,
because my other ones are good.
yeah. Now you're on dummy, so you
Yeah.
need to take care of your losers. How can you do that?
The rim's better. Take care of my.
You had to drop the club because East had the queen.
You're right.
So you've got your north hand still has a club loser and a diamond loser.
Yeah,
So what do you have in the south to
I can
use
go
to
this
get rid of
way.
those? Hmm?
That?
No.
Oh, for goodness.
You've got your hearts.
Yes. Yep. Okay, where am I? There we go. What happened? Okay.
Hang on, let me finish that trick again.
Yeah.
Just play your ace of hearts
Yep.
and throw a club loser. And play the king of hearts,
Yep. Yep. Oh, yep.
throw a diamond loser.
Okay, where am I?
You see? That's how you got rid of those losers.
Oh,
You
back.
did the diamond, now you gotta do the king of hearts and get rid of the club loser.
Yep, I see it.
Now do you see how your clubs are good and your diamonds are good?
Mhm.
And your spades are good?
Yep.
And you claim.
Good.
see the claim button there?
4 pieces out of 100 maybe.
Okay, and so,
Okay, so the king's on, okay, sorry.
yeah, go ahead. So I guess let me talk about it this way. What you wanted to do is what James did, I think, and I think what Jackie must have done,
Tracy did it.
is start with the Queen of Spades. Okay?
Uh-huh.
And what happens if you start with the Queen of Spades? What does West do?
He ducks it.
No, he's going to cover it.
He's gonna cover it. He has to cover the honor with an honor.
Right. And then you take your ace,
Then I take my ace.
and East plays low. But now East has the 10 little, and you only have the Jack left as your high honor.
East plays low, yeah.
So when you play your Jack of Spades on the next trick, East will play low, and then East's 10 of Spades is going to win the next spade. Is that what happened with you, Jackie?
With a finesse, you
Mhm.
played low to the
Mhm.
jack.
I played
Played low.
I-
West did not play the king, you played the jack.
correct.
When you came back over and did
Did
it
it
again,
again.
you played low.
Mm.
King had to drop, and then you covered up the ace.
So queen, king.
So Jackie, are you muted still?
Um,
Oh, no, I hear you now.
okay. Sorry, I'm.
So
kind of
is that what you
multitasking.
did? You led the Queen of Spades?
Pardon me?
You led the Queen of Spades to finesse?
Yeah,
And do you see why that's a bad play?
yeah,
Because when you're missing the queen, you're missing the king and the 10,
yeah.
you can't afford to have two of your honors go to capture the king. You can't afford to use the queen and the ace to pick up the king because that
Yeah.
sets up their 10.
Yep.
So the way that you want to do it is to start with the low spade to the jack. And if it wins, then play the ace of spades. And if the king is started out doubleton, now that picks up the king only playing one honor. And then you have your last honor, the queen, still in hand and then dummy there to pick up the 10 of spades. You'll take 13 tricks instead of 12.
How much time? Start with the 5.
You're guessing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
What happened to your claim? I thought your claim was accepted. Can you reclaim there, Elizabeth?
Which kind one?
It's gone.
Which one?
No, it's not. Sorry.
So you take that chance, 50-50. Mhm.
There.
Oh,
I
there
got
it
it there.
It popped up.
So can you see all the hands now, Elizabeth?
Yes.
Okay. So the point there is that it's not, we normally tend to lead an honor to finesse like this because if they duck, we can continue the finesse without having to cross in another suit. But if we don't have enough honors in the suit we're finessing in, we need to do not a pushing finesse. We need to do a low card finesse, a low lead finesse, to save our honors to capture tricks later in later rounds. And so this is, I would say, a somewhat common scenario. And for there will be intermediate and there'll be some advanced players that will lead the queen by mistake, but most more experienced players will just recognize this and know they need to lead a low spade to start with.
No, because the
So
10.
what about that 8 ever, 9 never thing?
So
Right.
that's for when you don't know where the missing honor is. But this is where you have 8, and so you're going to finesse. Okay, that's the 8 ever. You're going to do a finesse, and you did a finesse. You just need to lead low. But once the finesse works, and you know where the king of spades is,
Mhm.
you're in a position where if you had gone back, you wanted to go back to the ace of diamonds and then lead the queen of spades to finesse again.
Yeah.
But if you did that, it would be queen, king, ace. You've already played your jack, and then their 10's good.
And 10's good. Yep.
See, it's the 10 of
Okay.
spades that is the warning sign here that tells you not to do that.
That's okay. Now I
And
get
so if West has 3 spades, they're going to get a spade no matter what you do. But if West started with 2 spades, you have a chance to go ahead and hold it to no losers. And that's the difference between being in 6 making 6 and being in 6 and making an over trick. And that over trick will score much better in a match points game, like a duplicate game.
Manager too late to get over there. To the
As far as the auction goes here, you have to make a lie early on, and you have to either bid 2 hearts where you're short a heart, or you have to bid 2 clubs where you're short a club, or 2 diamonds where you're short a diamond. And I prefer here doing the 2 club bid, because if you bid 2 hearts, there's a risk that partner's going to raise you in 3 hearts, and that's going to set the trump suit, and there's no undoing that. And you don't want partner to raise you with only 3 hearts, thinking you have 5. So there's a risk that you'll lose the spades as the trump suit. Bidding 2 clubs, even if partner raises your club suit, you can still bid 3 spades, and that will set spades as trump. Raising a minor does not establish a trump suit in a 2/1 auction, but raising a major suit does establish the trump suit.
That's a good point.
I see why you did that.
Okay, that was a good hand. Here's a new hand.
Okay.
So that 2 clubs, what is that 2 club saying?
Is he doing that 2/1?
Yeah, it's a 2/1. So what does that mean?
We have to keep going to game.
That's right.
And I
And you're
have
in
to,
you're in no rush to get to game. You need to find out what suit you're going to play, or is it going to be no trump, or these kinds of things. So you just keep describing your hand.
well, then I would go to,
Yeah, that's right.
okay. I don't, okay.
So their bid there is, this is kind of a funky bid by them, but it's Jackie, I believe that's just a ace showing control bid.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think it's agreeing on your hearts.
I think it's what?
Agreeing on hearts and showing a key card.
Oh, it
Or
is?
showing an ace, yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Right too.
know that.
So what would be,
Forest Club.
So I'm not a fan of that bid, but I think that's what the robot is doing there.
Okay. Yeah, I was
Brian,
trying
from
to
your
figure out
standpoint,
what-
you should just bid 3 hearts now.
continue on to say, to show support?
with the queen.
Yeah, to set the trump suit. When you raise a major, you're going to establish a trump suit, and by not jumping to 4 hearts, you're showing extra values.
Yes, okay.
So
why did-
Elizabeth, you don't need to bid 4 hearts there.
So since we have all key cards and the queen, I'm going to ask about kings.
So
Why?
what you can do, because trumps have been set now,
Yeah.
and partner is showing extra values, means partner is considering slam as a possibility.
And I know that because you supported my hots.
And that he did a 2/1 bid first.
Right, so I know the point. I mean,
Well, so the his 2 clubs says he has at least 13 points. That's really all it says. And now his 3 heart bid says, plus I have heart support for you. And I have more than 13, because if I had had just 13 or 14 points, he would have bid 4 hearts.
oh,
But by going slow, by only bidding 3 hearts, that actually shows more points, and it gives you room to show aces at the before you get to game. And so what that's saying is you can bid your cheapest ace, side suit ace that you have to tell your partner where you have an ace.
And you're gonna lose a club.
Mhm.
So you're gonna have to figure out how you're gonna get double a club, probably.
Oh,
So
I'm
you
pressing.
have a club on-
So do you have an ace that you can tell your partner about?
Yeah, but I'm
Oh,
pressing
sorry. Yeah, I got a,
That other, how do I dump a,
that.
yep.
have to finesse, right?
So,
So Rick, when you're available, I have a dummy about robots bid.
Now I gotta do another one, huh?
Okay.
Yep. And,
so now, but now I'm still,
okay, I think.
I'd want to know king.
Well, you could ask about key cards now, because before you would have been concerned that you might have had two quick spade losers.
Yes.
So, but now that's not a risk.
And you can play your
Yeah. But go ahead and play your hand there, Jackie.
ace.
I could
then-
also try to,
Yeah, isn't this exactly the opposite of what we were talking about in our email exchange this week?
No, this is exactly what we were talking about in our email exchange.
No, you don't.
Robot does not have a 5-card club suit.
do this.
Oh, right. Yep,
Let's do it.
okay.
So,
Do I do it?
so what's the
But
next?
the other two tables, they bid 2 clubs anyhow. They made up a 2-over-1 bid,
I lose one, right?
Right.
which they shouldn't have.
Dump.
Oh, because you're not playing a robot.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's right.
I got
Mhm.
it. That's what I was, okay.
So you can do your 4 no trump here, Brian.
I can jump to 4 no trump here. Okay.
Yeah, because you don't need to know about any other aces. Right, you just want to know how many key cards.
So that's only going to say that the only thing is going to tell me if she has.
So hold on, that's not the right bid there, Elizabeth.
But don't I have one?
No?
The king of hearts.
What, you remember, what's the 5th key card? What's the 5th ace in key card Blackwood?
King.
King of what? Which,
So we're talking about hearts, right?
yeah, hearts is the suit you've agreed on.
I still,
And so you have the king of hearts and you have an ace, so that's 2 key cards.
Oh, so then I could go because I have the okay. Let me think.
what time?
So then I would go,
Spades.
wait a minute. I have to that.
That's correct. See, 5 clubs would say you just have 1 key card, but you have way better than 1 key card. You have 2 key cards, plus you have the queen. And you can send that all in one message.
That was stupid.
Well, I'm passing.
Or should I have done 5 no trump? Is it?
No, probably not.
So I'm playing this one.
Yes.
So Rick, what should I have bid after Tracy's 2 hearts? I feel like jumping to 4 no trump was probably there was a way to go slower, but
Yeah, the problem with jumping to 4 no trump is, what if you find you're missing 1 key card, but you do have the queen of trumps? If that's the answer, is it safe to go to slam? You don't know, because you could be missing the ace and king of spades. And you could lose those as the first 2 tricks. And so normally we don't want to go to key card where we have an unprotected suit, an unprotected side suit.
so I want to ask about spades somehow.
Yeah, and the way that you do that is you just support hearts. You bid 3 hearts. And that shows heart support. You're in a game forcing auction, so your partner's not going to pass 3 hearts. And in fact, your partner's going to bid 3 spades, saying, okay, I know we're in a game forcing auction. We've established trumps, so I can show my side controls now. And she'll bid 3 spades. Then you know spades is not a weakness for you. Then you can do your key card. And the rest of the and then the rest of the auction like you have there.
Gotcha. Okay.
Did take off, but thank you.
Okay, sure thing. See you, Jackie.
Yeah.
Tracy had to run to her next class, but she said to tell you thank you too.
All good.
She's running off to art class.
Oh, nice.
Now, this is important what you pitch here, Elizabeth.
I know, that's what I'm thinking. Don't I want to do that one, the club?
Yes, that's right. Because the club is a sure loser. The spade, worst case, you lose the king of spades and your other spades are good, right?
Right. So I'm up there now,
Yep.
and we're in hearts. Hmm,
So you want to do your finesse here in spades, right?
yeah,
This is one where you want to lead your top spade because you're only missing one spade, really. And you
I
want
know.
to and you want to keep the lead in south if your finesse works.
Mm.
I want to keep the lead in south in my finish. Wouldn't the 9 do the same?
Well, no, because you'll have to play the 10 in your hand. And then if the finesse wins, you're going to be in the north hand and you can't repeat the finesse. See what I'm saying?
We'll see if it pops up. Okay.
But now you can claim, right?
Yeah, I can. I mean, I see it. Good. 6.
Yeah, but if you had led the 9 of spades, and if the West had had the king of spades, they'd play low. But you'd have to play the 10 of spades from north hand,
The 10 from north, yeah.
and the 10 will win that trick, right? Because the 10 will beat the 9,
Yeah.
and you'll have your lead in the north. But if you wanted to repeat the finesse, you want the lead to be in south.
South.
So
Yeah.
by playing the queen, if they duck and the finesse works, then you can play your 9 and finesse a second time.
Queen. Then I go to the 10. Hmm.
You see that?
It's that third. Do it one more time for me with the hearts. With the, I mean,
With the spades.
with the spades.
Let's imagine the spades are reversed in the east-west, so the west has the king, little in spades.
Mm-hmm.
And if you started with the 9 of spades in the dummy,
Yeah.
and they play low,
Yeah.
what are you going to play on the north hand?
The 10.
Right? And then they play low on east. And now you know that west has the king of spades, so you want to repeat the finesse, right?
Okay. If it was on west, but it's on east.
It doesn't matter if it's on east, but what you want to, it doesn't matter which spade you start with if the finesse loses. But if the finesse wins, it does matter. If the finesse won the first round, you want to finesse a second time.
Play the jack.
But playing the jack won't, if you lead the jack, they're just going to win the king. You need to go back to south and lead a spade again.
Yep. Go back up. Then lead the queen, then the queen again. The queen.
Well, see, if you would, yeah, but if you would start with the queen and the queen wins all the way around, you're still in south, and then you can lead the 9.
Okay. Okay.
And finesse the second time. If you lead the 9, you wind up in the north hand. You can't lead the queen,
Yeah.
right? You can't refinesse.
Right.
So that's the reason that we lead a high honor for finesses, that we want to be able to repeat the finesse if it wins.
Yeah.
And if we're not missing any middle honors, that's the normal way to do it. That's how we would normally go about it. All right, it is 1 o'clock, so I think that's the end
Thank
of
you.
our
Thank you for
session here.
all the explanations.